yes, happy Monday. Welcome to our all-level class. We are going to begin standing today, so if you want to make your way there, just find a nice position where the feet, check in with the feet. Make sure that they are stacked directly underneath the hips. We make sure we have a beautiful line, knees in line with hips and in line with our ankles. All right, maybe shake it out for the first couple seconds here. Maybe shake it out, shake out the arms, maybe do some empty coat sleeves, maybe roll the shoulders, just shake out our weekend, shake out our morning, preparing for our beautiful practice, and you can come to stillness whenever you're ready, making sure we're in that beautiful line. Hands can relax down gently next to the arms. We can maybe take a couple moments. We are beginning standing today. Maybe take a couple moments, rock back and forth. Shift the weight between the balls and the heels of the feet. Just really root down and connect to all four corners of the feet, your beautiful foundations. And come to stillness when you find a nice balance there. The weight is evenly balanced between the toes and the heels. Remind yourself to have a gentle micro bend in the knees. You can allow the eyes to close or find that nice, beautiful, soft gaze. Hands can stay relaxed down or maybe find heart center, whatever feels better for you. Begin by taking a couple lovely, deep breaths. Allow the breath to fill the torso completely with each inhale. With each exhale, maybe exhale with a sigh. Let all of that old stagnant air go. Releasing all of that old energy. Just take a couple deep breaths just like this. The hands could maybe even land on the low belly. To feel that gentle expansion of the belly. Allow the belly to be nice and soft. As you next inhale, really find that expansion from the lowest point in the spine upward. Really feel as you inhale the crown of the head reaching up tall toward the sky, your spine lengthening, growing long, beautifully tall, finding that beautiful length. With your next exhale, maybe relaxing a little bit, seeing if there's any tension you can let go of, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, letting go of the muscles of the face, relaxing the jaw, the brow. Continue with your lovely deep inhalations and exhalations. Actively, consciously, gently deepening the breath, noticing how it moves throughout the body. Connecting with yourself. With each inhale, expanding upward, growing tall. Each exhale, maybe sending the breath all the way down to the feet, rooting down into all four corners. Beautiful. Take a moment on your next round, a couple rounds of breath. Check in with your heart space. You can even allow the hands to relax gently on the heart. Check in with your heart space. Feel the gentle warmth of your palms resting on your chest. And ask yourself, how are you feeling today? How am I feeling today? As we continue with our lovely deep inhalations and exhalations. And whatever answer comes up, we greet that answer without judgment, with only love and compassion, simply noticing whatever's up in our system, whatever is present for us right now, this early Monday afternoon. Take one more round of breath, allowing your attention to be wholly, completely with the heart. Exhale and let that go. The hands can relax back down, or maybe find heart center again. Palms pressed gently together at heart center. Whatever feels better for you. On your next round of breath, check in with the quality of your mind. notice the quality of your thoughts. Are you rushing forward, thinking about all you have to do, that checklist, all that stuff that you have to get done, or maybe stuck somewhere in the past, feeling nice and present? Just check in with the quality of the mind, letting that be however it is for a couple full rounds of breath. Allowing the breath to calm the mind, slow the mind. Slowing the breath so we can truly connect to ourselves. So take one more round of breath, checking in with the quality of your thoughts. Exhale and let that go. We can begin incorporating our lovely Dirga breath at this point in time. So right hand can find the low belly, left hand can find the heart space. And our Dirga breath is also known as the 3-part breath. So we breathe in 3 parts. The eyes can stay closed here if that feels comfortable, where you find that soft gaze. And as you inhale, feel the breath fill the low belly. Inhale and feel the belly press outward into the palm. Allow this breath to move upward into the rib cage. And finally, allow this breath to move upward into the heart space, the chest. Exhale completely, letting all of that old stagnant air go, and move right back into the inhale. Feel the belly relax, expand into the palm. Feel the ribs lift and peel away from each other. Feel the chest gently rise into the left palm. Exhale completely. Move at your own pace. If the Dirga breath feels nice for you, continue with this 3-part breath. Imagining that this breath originates in the low belly and expands upward all the way to fill you completely. Continue with the Dirga breath if this feels good for you right now. Today I put together a flow that will potentially allow us to help shift perspective. So continue with your Dirga breath as I talk about this for one moment. I'm going to ask us today to notice our habitual patterns and our willingness to break away from those patterns, to take action in a new way. So I put together a nice strong flow that will create a little bit of heat, but will also be cooling, that will help us stay grounded. Maybe that will help us find a way to make some creative solutions throughout our week. So take a couple more rounds of Dirga breath, see if that resonates with you. If not, that's okay. Allow this breath to fill you completely. This beautiful grounding breath can be a very powerful tool, so feel free to reconnect to it at any point throughout our class today, throughout the rest of your day. Take maybe one more full Dirga breath, inhaling belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, let that breath go. Beautiful, the hands can relax down next to the sides for one moment. We'll inhale, allow the hands to find heart center. Take a couple rounds of breath and set your own personal intention for our practice today. Your own personal intention, a word or a phrase that you want to focus on, manifest throughout this practice today, something you may need, love, presence, patience, compassion, anything at all. Take one full round of breath, seal in that intention, allow it to fill you up. Exhale, release it out into the universe. The hands can relax gently down next to the thighs. Awesome. We'll take a couple slow shoulder rolls, wake up the shoulders. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up toward the ears. Exhale, release it out. Take a couple more, moving at your own pace. As you inhale up, maybe create tension in the fists, create tension in the face, muscles of the face. As you exhale, maybe let that tension go. Inhaling up and maybe actively creating tension. Exhaling, releasing it out. Take a couple more rounds of breath just like this. Moving at your own pace. Just waking up the shoulders, waking up the spine a little bit. Awesome. One more, nice and slow. Inhale up. Squeeze. Exhale. Feel that tension melt away. Awesome. If we're not at the tops of our mats, we'll step there. So step to the tops of your mats, just checking in, making sure we're in a beautiful line, knees in line with hips and with ankles. All right, we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, out and around. Fingertips touch at the top, grow nice and tall. Exhale, fold forward, maintain a nice flat back as you fold forward, coming into ragdoll, very first ragdoll. Hang out here for a couple rounds of breath. Maybe you can let the arms dangle, maybe sway side to side, maybe clasp opposite elbows, maybe interlace the fingers behind the head. Just take a couple rounds of breath here. Say hello to your hamstrings, potentially for the first time today. Maintaining a slight micro bend in those knees. You can maybe shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Awesome. Inhale and exhale. Allow the arms to dangle if they weren't already. Awesome. On your next inhale, we're going to halfway lift. So maintain that slight micro bend in the knees. We'll inhale, allow the hands to slide up the shins, landing just above the knee. Come up halfway, nice flat back. Inhale to completion. Exhale, release it out, returning to our ragdoll. Do this a couple more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel that beautiful flat back. Exhale, let it go. Couple more times, move at your own pace, move with the breath. Inhale up. Exhaling to release. Be mindful if we tend to experience any lightheadedness coming up and releasing down. Just be mindful of that. Take maybe one more. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Hang out here for a couple more full rounds of breath. Take a nice slow inhale. Exhale, increase the bend in the knees. Increase the bend in the knees. Bending the knees. As you next inhale, gently begin to roll up. Rolling up nice and slow. Rebuilding your spine. Allowing each piece of your spine to click back together. Head comes up last. Take a round of breath here. Hands find heart center. Feeling the blood flow downward. Feeling all four corners of your feet beautifully rooted. All right, inhale. And exhale, you can let that go. All right, we're at the tops of our mats. We're going to inhale, grow nice and tall. Grow nice and tall. Actively feel the top of the head, the crown of the head, reaching up toward the sky. Exhale, settle into your foundations. As you next inhale, we're gently going to press the hands together at heart center, pressing the elbows away. As you exhale, actively, gently, not too much, but enough where you feel the activation in the arms. Press the hands together. Gentle activation here. Just gently pressing the hands together, feeling the activation. Pressing the elbows away, squeezing the shoulder blades together to create a little bit of expansion in the chest. All right, as we do this, we're going to begin, as we inhale, we're going to come up onto the balls of the feet, lifting off of the heels. Exhale, release it out slowly, coming all the way back down. We'll do this a couple more times. Inhale, lift up off of the heels. Exhale, let it go. times. Move at your own pace. Inhale up. Gently activating the calves here. Move at your own pace. Take it nice and slow. Continuously, actively pressing into the hands. We don't want to lose that energy in the upper body and the shoulders. Let's take a couple more, maybe 1 or 2 more. Inhaling up, maybe pausing at the top, really feeling that activation in the muscles. Take 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Feel all 4 corners of the feet land. Inhale. Exhale, you can release the hands, releasing that tension in the upper body as well. Gentle activation. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms up, out, and around. Reach, reach, reach actively at the top, reaching the fingers up. Maybe taking a moment to roll out the wrists. Maybe bend the elbows a little bit. Reaching up with opposite hands, just waking up the shoulders a little bit before we fold forward one more time. So just reach, roll out the wrists, maybe make fists. Take 1 more round of breath just like this. Awesome. On your next inhale, actively reach those fingertips up toward the sky. Exhale, micro bend in the knees. Flat back as we fold forward, come into ragdoll. Hang out here, taking a couple rounds of breath, maintaining that bend in the knees. Breathing, noticing any differences in the legs after we created a little bit of energy, a little bit of heat there. Maybe sway side to side for a moment. Awesome. Inhale. As you exhale, plant the hands underneath the shoulders, preparing for down dog. Inhale. As you exhale, step the feet back, coming into down dog. If you're unsure if the feet and the hands are far enough away, nice little trick is you can shift forward into plank, and your hands and your feet should stay where they are, hands stacked underneath the shoulders. So breathe in down dog actively. Press the hips toward the sky as you drive the heels down toward the earth. They do not have to touch. Gently remind all knuckles to remain suction cupped onto the mat. Rotate the eyes of the elbows, the creases of the elbows toward one another. Even here, notice if you can create shoulder space between the shoulders and the ears. Sliding the shoulders away from the ears. If the hamstrings are really tight, if the back feels like it's rounding, bend the knees. And remember to breathe. Full and complete rounds of breath, lifting up from our beautiful, strong foundations. If you'd like, you can walk out or pedal your dog by bending one knee, driving the opposite heel toward the earth. Moving with the breath as you do this, noticing how gently activates those hamstrings. Take maybe 2 to 3 more rounds of breath. Just like this, walking or pedaling out your dog. All right, inhale and exhale, come to stillness. Inhale, actively reach those hips up. Exhale, drop the knees, coming into table. Table, knees land underneath the hips, hands land underneath the shoulders. We'll take a couple cat-cows to open up our beautiful spines. So inhale, drop the belly, crack open the heart space, and look up. Exhale, round the back, chin tucks toward the chest. Inhale for cow, shoulder blades squeeze together as the heart shines forward, look up. Exhale for cat, back rounds, gently pressing in to the fingertips, feeling the shoulder blades wrap around the body. Take a couple more at your own pace. Inhaling for cat and exhaling for cow, feeling all of the beautiful muscles, intricate muscles around your spine opening. Take maybe one more cat. One more cow. And gently return to our nice neutral table. Allow the knees to splay wide. Knees are as wide as the mat. Big toes touch. Send the sits bones back, dropping the glutes back toward the heels for child's pose. You can walk the arms forward. Allow the forehead to relax down onto either the mat or a prop. Take a couple full rounds of breath here in your very first child's pose of the day. Feeling the hips gently open, allowing that belly to be nice and soft, hanging in between the legs. Feeling that gentle pressure on the third eye, on our forehead, grounding us and connecting us to the earth. Take full and complete rounds of breath. Maybe reconnecting to that personal intention that we created only a few minutes ago. Allowing that intention to fill us up, just like the breath. Beautiful. Take one more full round of breath, nice and slow. Exhale, gently rise up, returning to our neutral table. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, lift up, down dog. Take maybe 1 or 2 full rounds of breath here. Feeling your powerful, beautiful dog. Inhale. Exhale, walk the feet toward the hands, returning to ragdoll for just 1 round of breath. Feet land underneath the hips. Bend the knees dramatically as you next inhale, roll up, nice and slow. Nice and slow, returning to our standing mountain Tadasana. Awesome, take a moment there. Feel the blood flow downward. Close the eyes for a second, maybe. Full round of breath. Beautiful, awesome. All right, we're gonna do some energizing sun salutations. So we'll do 3 total. I will do the first one a little bit slower. If you're familiar with sun salutations, please feel free to go at your own pace. But I'll do the first one a little bit slower, explain some of the modifications. And so with our theme, just be mindful of, if you're familiar with sun salutations, maybe think about for a moment how you typically perform them. If you want to challenge yourself, we want to use this opportunity to break away from our habits. All right, so we'll do the first one slow, other 2 a little quicker. Again, if you want to move faster or slower than me, please feel free to do so. All right, we're at the tops of our mats in our beautiful Tadasana. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, out, and around. Fingertips touch at the top. Exhale, fold forward, flat back, coming into ragdoll. Inhale, halfway lift, hands slide up the shins, coming halfway up. Exhale, release. Inhale, plant the hands under the shoulders. Exhale, step back, down dog. Take a full round of breath here. As you exhale, gently shift into plank. Option to drop the knees here. If you want to do our full chaturanga, if we drop the knees, we gently drop the knees, inhale and exhale, lower the torso down, keeping the elbows cinched in toward the center line. If we want to come into full chaturanga with the knees lifted, we inhale, shift our body weight forward, coming up onto the toes. Exhale, lower all the way down, elbows cinched in toward the center line, lower down slow. till the whole body releases down. On your next inhale, you have the option to come up either into cobra, just lifting the torso with hands planted under the shoulders, or we can come up into up dog, lifting both the torso and the legs off of the earth, activating our core to prevent pinching in the low back. Inhale in either up dog or cobra. Exhale, press back into down dog, lifting the hips toward the sky. Inhale, exhale, step, hop or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, bend the knees, come all the way up, fingertips touch at the top. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Awesome. Do 2 more, move at your own pace. Inhale up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Plant the hands, inhale, step back, exhale, down dog. Inhale for plank, option to drop the knees as you exhale. Inhale, if we're in full chaturanga, shift that weight forward. Exhale, lower slow. Elbows cinched in. Inhale, up dog or cobra, your choice. Exhale, press back for down dog. Step, hop, or walk to the top of the mat, ragdoll. As you inhale, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Fingertips touch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do 1 more. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, option to drop the knees. Inhale, shift forward if we're in the full expression. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step, hop, or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Fingertips touch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close the eyes and breathe. Feel all of that energy dissipate. All that beautiful energy that we've created. Releasing out. Grounding down through all 4 corners of the feet. Reconnecting to that personal intention. Letting ourselves. Maybe smile. Awesome. Inhale and exhale. We can let that go. All right, come to the tops of our mats. Come to the tops of your mats. We'll do a quick little chair. To create a little bit more energy. All right, so take a moment, shift your weight between the heels and the balls of your feet. Shift that weight back and forth, really feeling all 4 corners. Come to stillness when most of the weight is in your heels, but the toes are still beautifully planted and rooted into the earth. Awesome. If shoulders are feeling good, we can inhale, arms up to shoulder height. If not, always the option to keep hands on the hips or hands at heart center. But if they're feeling good, hands up to shoulder height. All right, exhale, bend the knees, coming into chair pose. The knees can hyperextend, can extend out over the ankles. That's okay. The goal is we want our quads and our torso to be in a 90-degree angle. Actively squeeze the shoulder blades together as you reach out through the fingertips. actively tucking our tailbone down toward our heels, pulling our navel up toward our sternum to activate the core and protect the low back. Take maybe 3 more rounds of breath here, feeling that energy, that fire building. Releasing into ragdoll if it becomes too much at any point. Take 1 more full round of breath. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold forward, ragdoll. Ragdoll, hang out here, swaying if you'd like. Taking any arm variation you like, letting them dangle, grabbing onto elbows, fingers behind the head. Whatever feels best for you, just hang. Let all of that energy dissipate, release throughout the body. And remember to breathe. Using our breath to slow the mind, to return to ourselves, to be okay with making new decisions. Awesome. Inhale, plant the hands under the shoulders. Exhale, step back, down dog. Step back for down dog. You can either stay stagnant or pedal out your dog, whatever would feel better for you right now. Awesome. Walking or pedaling it out, stretching out those hamstrings, legs that just did so much for us. Awesome. Come to stillness, take 1 more full round of breath in our down dog. Awesome. From here, we're going to come into a high lunge / warrior 1. So we're going to inhale, bend our right knee, lifting that foot off of the earth. As we exhale, we're going to swing that leg through, planting it in between the hands and relaxing down into our strong foundation. So coming into a high lunge. Feel your strong foundations. We're going to use our beautiful strong core. Come up onto tented fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and use your nice strong core to lift all the way up. As we exhale, bend the knee, coming into low lunge. So our right toes are facing the short edge of the mat. Our right knee is bent at about 90 degrees or less. If it doesn't feel good for us, hips are nice and square. Our back heel is lifted. We're gonna stay here for a couple rounds of breath. So this is our high lunge. Hands can stay on the hips or at heart center. Taking a couple rounds of breath here, actively pressing out through that left heel. Feeling that stretch in the left psoas, the left hip crease. Inhale. Exhale, hands can find the hips and we'll rotate that left foot down, coming into warrior 2, opening the hips up out to the left. So the right foot stays where it is. The left foot rotates down. Toes can be facing the long edge of the mat or can be at about 45 degrees. Check in with your feet. Make sure your front right heel is in line with either the arch or the heel of the left foot. Hips open beautifully up to the left. We'll inhale, arms up to shoulder height if shoulders are feeling good today. Exhale, bend into that front leg, that front right leg, warrior 2 for just 3 rounds of breath. Full and complete rounds of breath. Actively reaching out through the fingertips as we squeeze those shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands, straighten that front leg. All right, from here, we're going to come into a pose called extended side angle, which I have not taught with you guys before. So the feet are going to stay where they are. From here, we're simply going to rotate the torso. So we're looking at, so the hips are rotated toward that front right leg. If you need to rotate that back left foot in, pointing those toes at more of an angle to allow you to rotate the hips forward, feel free to do that. You can take a second and shorten your stance too, playing around with how wide or short your stance is, just finding that comfort, familiarity there. All right, so we're looking forward at our right leg, hips are rotated toward our right leg. We're going to inhale, grow nice and tall, crown of the head reaching up toward the sky. Exhale, fold forward over your right leg. Hands land wherever feels comfortable. All right, if this is as far as you want to go, or even this is uncomfortable, you can come out of it. But if you're feeling comfortable here, we're going to add some rotation. So the left hand is going to plant onto the right shin or the right foot. If you can do this, you can also attempt to plant the left hand on the outside edge of the right foot. That would be a lot easier with a block, which I know most of us don't have. But if you do have a block, you could place it on the outside edge of our right foot and reach the left hand over there. But the hand can stay on the right shin or the right foot. And if we're feeling nice and stable here, we can actively begin to rotate the torso up to the right. The hand can stay on the hip, or we can extend the right hand up toward the sky and attempt to look up at those fingertips. Maintaining a slight micro bend in both legs. Ooh. If we lose our balance, just smiling at ourselves, extended side angle. So if this is inaccessible for us, rotating up to the right, we can simply attempt, do our best, see how far we can go, play around with it, actively attempting to rotate our chest open to the right. Take one more round of breath wherever you are. Inhale, exhale, fold forward over that right leg. One more time. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together, find that nice length in the spine, crown of the head reaching up long. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, use your nice strong core to rise all the way up. Awesome. All right, inhale, exhale, step to the top of the mat. Take a moment, hands find heart center. Notice the difference between your legs. Notice the difference between your legs, taking a couple full rounds of breath. Feeling all of that beautiful heat, beautiful energy. Inhale and exhale, you can let that go. Maybe take a moment, shake it out. Shake out the legs. Awesome, come to the top of your mat. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side before we make our way back down. Awesome. Inhale, sweep the arms up, out and around. Exhale, fold forward, flat back, swan dive down. Maybe inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, plant the hands under the shoulders. Exhale, step back down dog. Take one or two full rounds of breath here. Reconnecting to your personal intention. Loving yourself for however you're coming onto your mat today. Inhale, bend your left leg, lifting that foot off of the earth. Exhale, swing that leg through, planting it in between the hands. Find your stabilization here. Come up, tap the fingers, coming up onto the fingertips. We're going to use our nice strong core, find that length in the spine, squeeze the shoulder blades together, press into the foundations, high lunge. So check in with your left knee, make sure it's not hyperextending out over the ankle. Right heel stays lifted for just a couple rounds of breath, actively pressing through that heel. We can place hands at heart center. Take maybe 2 or 3 rounds of breath here. Smile. Inhale, grow nice and tall. Exhale, open the hips up out to the right as that right heel rotates down and finds the earth. Hips open to the right. Check in with your feet. Left foot should have stayed where it was. You should be able to draw a line between your left heel and the arch or the heel of your right foot. Inhale, arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, bend into your left leg. Taking a couple rounds of breath here. You can rotate the head and look out over those left fingertips if you'd like. Breathe wherever you are, feeling this beautiful stretch in the groin and the hip flexors. Checking in with that right hand. Mine tends to dip down a little bit. Some people tend to raise their hand, so check back in with that right hand. Make sure it's at shoulder height. Inhale. Exhale. Release the hands. Straighten that front leg. Awesome. We're going to come into extended side angle on the opposite side before we make our way down. So take a moment. I'm going to shorten my stance. Shorten your stance if you'd like. I am going to rotate my foot a little bit more. So it's probably more than 45 degrees, but my toes are about 45 degrees angled toward the long edge of the mat. Rotate your hips so that they're facing that front left leg. All right, inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold forward, hands relax down onto the left leg. And if this is as far as you want to go, it's perfectly okay. Shortening your stance will definitely make this easier as well. So if you feel like you're struggling here, shorten your stance and it'll definitely help. Okay, so hands relax down onto the left shin. Allow the right hand to find either the foot, the left foot, the left shin, or if we have a block or if we're feeling really open today, the right hand can relax down onto the outside edge of our left foot. I'm not even that flexible, so do not beat yourself up if you can't go that far. Be okay with yourself wherever you are in this process. If you're feeling good here, we can begin to, right hand stays wherever it is, on the shin foot, outside edge of that left foot. If we're feeling good, we can begin to rotate up toward the left, lifting our left hand toward the sky, actively rotating. Turn this way so you guys can see me maybe a little better. Actively rotating the left rib cage up toward the sky. Breathe wherever you are. Take maybe 3 full rounds of breath. Feeling any sensations you need to feel. Filling yourself up with breath, with energy. Inhale. Exhale, release down. Rotating the chest back toward that left leg. Inhale, find beautiful length in that spine. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice strong core, rise all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, allow hands to find heart center. Exhale, close the eyes. Breathe. Feeling how alive your strong legs are. Noticing how grounded your feet feel. Beautiful. We'll step to the tops of our mats if we're not there already. Inhale, sweep the arms up, out and around. Exhale, flat back, swan dive down. Hang out here for a round or 2 of breath. Doing whatever you need. I also do like to, instead of swaying, sometimes I'll try to grab onto my big toes and gently maintaining that micro bend in my knees. I'll gently try and pull myself toward my feet. That also gives me a little bit different of a stretch. Very nice though. So whatever you want to do, you can sway, you can hang, you can grab onto big toes if that's accessible for you. Take one more full round of breath. On your next inhale, plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Step back for our very last down dog of the day. Taking full and complete rounds of breath. You can shorten your dog, shortening your stance. If you want a little bit of an easier dog. Actively, even here, actively pressing into the hands, lifting up from our strong foundations. Our hands are in our heels. Maintaining a nice soft belly, seeing if there's any tension we can let go of. If you'd like, you can walk out pedal your dog. Stretching out your hamstrings. Beautiful. Awesome. Take one more round of breath wherever you are. Inhale, reach those hips up. Exhale, drop the knees. Table. Slide the hands back so they're directly underneath the shoulders. Beautiful. Inhale as you splay the knees wide. Actually, I'm going to give you a choice. I'm going to give you a choice this time. Usually I like to do the knees wide child's pose. You can child's pose. So you can either do that. You can have the knees wide and the big toes touching. Or if it feels better for you, you can have the knees together. Knees together, big toes touching. If knees are together, we can sink the sits bones back like we do in our normal child's pose. We have the option. We can either extend the arms long, allow the forehead to relax down, or extend the arms palm up alongside the torso. So your choice, whatever variation of child's pose feels best for you right now. Breathing. Maybe reconnecting to that Dirga breath, that beautiful 3-part breath. Maybe reconnecting to our personal intention. Full and complete rounds of breath. Allow each inhale to fill you up. Each exhale grounds you. Take maybe 3 more full rounds of breath, just like this. Letting go of all of that beautiful hard work we just did. One more inhale. Exhale completely. Extend the arms long if they aren't already. We'll inhale and lift up to our neutral table. Sweep the legs to one side. Allow the sits bones to find the earth. And relax the torso down. You can extend the legs long. So almost ready for our Shavasana. Allowing yourself to relax all the way down onto the earth. Awesome. Once you've relaxed down, we're going to inhale, bend the right knee, squeeze the right knee in toward your chest. Wind relief posture. Take a moment, roll out the ankle. Roll out the right ankle in both directions. Send gratitude, say thank you to your right foot. Point and flex the foot as well. Say thank you for all that you do for me. Awesome. As you next inhale, reach that foot up toward the sky, actively pressing through your right heel. To activate, stretch out our hamstring. You can roll it out here as well. Gently stretching out our hamstring. Take maybe 3 full rounds of breath here. Actively press through that right heel. Inhale, reach that heel up. Exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale. And exhale, we're going to cross our right knee over our body, coming into supine spinal twist. So the left hand can land on the right knee and gently allow the knee to cross over, reaching toward the left. The right shoulder is going to stay nice and grounded. As soon as the right shoulder peels off of the earth, that's how you know you've gone too far. You can extend the right arm at shoulder height, or even do a cactus arm, bending the elbow if you don't have the space. You can look out over your right fingertips. Breathe here, keeping your left foot nice and active. Gently using your left hand to guide your right knee over. Breathe in your supine spinal twist, noticing how the breath shifts differently throughout the torso. In our twist. Inhale. And exhale, gently unwind, coming back to center, maybe giving your right knee one last hug before sending it long, allowing it to extend onto the earth. Inhale and squeeze your left knee in. Taking a moment in wind relief posture, rolling out our ankle, pointing and flexing our foot. Breathing. Inhale and exhale. Extend the left leg up toward the sky. Fingers can interlace behind the left quad. Maybe take a moment, point and flex again. Roll it out in both directions. As you next inhale, actively press through that left heel, pressing that left heel up toward the sky. Take 3 full rounds of breath here. Inhale, exhale, bend the leg, bend the left leg, squeezing it in. Inhale, exhale. As you exhale, use your right hand this time, right hand on the left knee, gently guiding the left knee over to the right, keeping our left knee bent. The left toes can almost kind of hook around behind the right leg. That's kind of what I like to do. Left shoulder stays nice and grounded. Arm can extend long, the left arm can extend long. We can look out over those fingertips if we'd like. Taking maybe 5 full rounds of breath. Our supine spinal twist. Keep that right foot nice and active. Inhale. Exhale, gently unwind, coming back to center, come back to center, squeeze that left knee in, and send it long. Allow that foot to find the earth. You made it. Shavasana. Allow yourself to relax down onto the earth. If you need to grab some water or a sweatshirt, it is unbearably hot where I am, so I doubt that. But the body does tend to cool down in Shavasana, so if you're in a nice air-conditioned space and you want a sweatshirt, you can even grab onto a prop and gently place it onto the low belly for a little extra grounding. Whatever you'd like to do. If the low back is feeling sensitive, always the option to bend the knee, place the sole of the foot on the earth in line with the hip, or you can grab onto a pillow blanket towel, roll it up, and place it underneath. Awesome. Allow the arms to extend long alongside the torso, palm up. You can walk the hands away from the torso to create a little space in your shoulders. Take a couple dirga breaths or a couple full rounds of breath. Nice big sighs to let our practice go. You can allow the eyes to close or to find a nice soft gaze. Take one more nice big sigh or dirga breath. Fill your torso completely up with air and exhale, let it go. You can release all focus on the breath, returning to your normal, natural rhythm of breathing. Allow the feet to fall open. Allow the muscles of the face to relax. The lips can even part. Allow the tongue to be heavy in the bed of the mouth, not pressed up against the roof. Allow the eyelids to relax. Cheeks, the brow. Feel your muscles gently unwinding. Feel the heaviness of your bones sinking down into the earth, beautifully supported. If your mind begins to wander, your attention is pulled somewhere, just gently redirect, coming back into this space, returning to the sensations of your body, melting down onto the mat, the sensations of the air around you, the sensation of clothing on your skin. Just breathing and simply being in this space, relaxing into the here and now. Only when you feel complete. I'm aware that was a shorter Shavasana, so if you're not ready to come out of it, please honor that. Please honor that. Give yourself as much time as you need. Only when you feel complete, you can introduce any waking motions that might feel good. Maybe taking a couple nice big sighs. Maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe taking a full body stretch, like it's our first stretch of the day. It's our first waking stretch. Only when we're ready, rolling over onto whichever side is calling us, squeezing the knees in toward our chest, taking a round of breath here, giving yourself one last hug. And then gently pressing up into a seated position. All right. Awesome. Close out our practice. Allow hands to find heart center. Take one more nice slow inhale. Exhale and bow. Jai Bhagwan, the light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me today.